Okay, so why don't you raise your F a little bit more? See what I mean about fitting F4 in between all of these notes?
Yeah.
Play your octave now. Oh, you know what? We haven't tuned B flat. I don't know what I'm thinking of.
All right.
Yeah. So excuse me. I said it wrong. So tune your octave again. All right, play C to F. That sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
So your instructor made a mistake, telling you to use B flat.
That's okay. I've made a few.
So, okay. So now we have all the white notes on the tuned. Okay, so we've tuned all the white keys.
Yeah.
A3, well, we start at A4, A3, F3, then to C4, down to G3, up to D4, which is a fifth. But instead of using G to tune D4, we can use A, because A is much more of an anchor note. And then we listen to the sixth F to D, which is a little faster than F to A. And then from D, we go down to A, which is a procedural thing, and then up to E, the fifth, A to E.
Mm-hmm.
So we used A again as the reference note. That's kind of an anchor note. And we listen to the sixth G to D, excuse me, G to C, and compare it to the sixth F to D. So the G to E6 is a bit faster than the F to D6. And we went backwards a little bit, after we tuned D and E to make sure that G and C were good. And then from E, we went down a fourth to B, correct? And we listened to the G, B, E, third, sixth tool, confirm our fourth. And then we went ahead and tuned F4 using F3 and C4. Not included in that was B flat 3.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So all we have left is the black keys to do.
Okay.
F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, C sharp, and D sharp.
Okay.
So from B, the pattern is we usually go up a fifth, but if we go up a fifth, we're out of the temperament octave F to F.
Yeah.
So we invert it, we go down a fourth.
Okay.
So we tune the fourth.
Which is F sharp.
Yes. So I believe you left that beat on the bottom side of 0 because it's the bottom note of a fourth, and a fourth is
White.
Y.
Yeah.
What's the calibration note for that interval?
The calibration note is the third below the lower, so
And what
Yes.
note would you use to calibrate that note? What reference note would you use to calibrate D3?
To calibrate D3 here, well, I'll calibrate it. I can't calibrate it from this because we haven't tuned it yet, but I could use the D we've already tuned.
And there's another note you could use.
I could tune a fifth from the A,
Good.
which is our anchor
Excellent.
note.
Okay.
All right.
So why don't you just use the octave,
Okay.
and then after you tune the octave, you can just listen to that fifth and see what you think.
Okay.
Also listen to the fifth.
Okay.
Okay, both notes, the quality is good.
Mm-hmm.
So now we've calibrated D. You can now, before you play, we can measure the fourth. What's the interval we're working with?
The interval we're working with is B. B to F sharp.
Okay. Which is the tune note?
Tune note is F sharp.
Okay. And so where is the reference interval?
The reference interval is D to B.
Okay, so let's listen to that beat rate. Fine, so we would expect that the tuning interval would be what compared to the reference interval?
Well, I'm expecting that the sixth will be faster than the third.
Okay.
Than it is,
Is it?
I think. Actually, I think it's slower. There's not a lot in it, maybe, but
Okay, so the tuning interval is too fast compared to the reference interval.
yeah, I'm expecting the reference interval to be fast, so to correct that,
Yeah, so what does it tell you about the fourth?
it's telling me that the fourth is narrow.
Good. So even again, and I sort of emphasize this, is that even though the fourth, F sharp to B, the quality sounds decent, it's decent on the narrow side instead of, it's kind of quiet on the narrow side rather than quiet
Yeah.
on the wide side.
Okay. So I'll probably have to quieten it and then speed it up again because I'm going pure and then wide.
If you were playing the fourth, but you have your hands on the third.
So I do.
Okay, so why don't you, let's do that.
Oh yeah, I could.
Yeah, you could just slow that third down,
Yeah.
which is a kind of a nice way to go, because at this stage you're still learning to identify the beat rates. You hear them,
Mhm.
but you need to
Get
get more practice, perceiving
Mhm.
or comparing one interval's beat rate to another's.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh, what happened?
What happened is I changed the D.
Yes, you did. Now listen to the fifth again.
Okay. So the fifth. fifth?
from D, because there's two notes you could use as reference notes to tune or calibrate the D.
Yeah.
One was,
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. I know the fifth you mean now.
yeah. So that's a bit active.
Yeah.
So what might that tell you about that fifth that you're playing?
It could be a bit wide,
Or it could be,
or it could be just more more narrow than it needs to be.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So use the fifth and quiet it. But, yeah. Listen to your octave. Octave sounds good. Fifth is still a little bit active, but let's just leave it. Let's listen to the reference interval.
Okay. So I'm tuning the.
That's what interval?
That is the tune interval. I think the sixth is faster than the third.
Do you?
Yeah. The fact that you're asking me, I'm going to check again. Am I hearing it wrong?
The third is faster.
Just show me the. Yeah, I'm getting that. This is where I'm finding the trouble then. Where am I going?
I think the third is faster. You know, you're close to being the same.
Are you perceiving much of a difference between them?
Not a lot. You know, when I move my head, you know, I hear it a little bit different. Nonetheless, when it's a bit confusing, you're not quite sure, you know, is one interval faster than the other? That's an indication, particularly on the fourth,
Yeah.
that the difference in the interval speeds is not adequate.
Yeah. Yeah, on a fifth it could be.
It would be closer.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the fourth, it's a little bit more difference.
Okay.
Okay, so that means your fourth is not quite
Wide enough.
wide enough. So let's just play the third. But this time put your tuning hammer on F sharp, because that's the tune note.
And to speed that up we have to widen it.
You would, but you don't want to speed it up.
I want the sixth. I want the sixth to be faster than it is.
Yes. No. You want the sixth to be faster.
Yeah.
So whatever the sixth is, the third needs to be slower.
Okay, yeah, so we're slowing down the third,
Yes.
really. Okay. Where am I going?
You're on F sharp, correct?
Yep.
listen, make the comparison.
Okay.
There's no doubt about it now, is there?
Yeah, no, it's that. Yeah, I can without question now. Yeah.
Yeah, the third is slower, and you know it's a greater difference than you would expect on a fifth.